guys, Rad with BEM Team Racing for another episode of Off the Dirt. I'd like to welcome our guest today, James Grover of Grover Racing. James, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's been a long winter not seeing you.
Yep.
But I'm excited to have you here, and you were challenged by a good friend of yours to come on this show.
I was. Chess got a hold of me. Said to get a hold of you. So here I am.
Yep, and here's the challenge going on. You guys are fighting for views now like you fight for placement on the racetrack.
Yep.
Yeah.
We definitely do. We beat and bang quite a bit.
So we're definitely excited to talk to you about your race career and how your Unity year ended up. But we're going to take this right back to the beginning for you, just like I have with Jess. So what got you into the start of racing?
Well, I got out of high school and a buddy of mine's like, dude, get a race car. So in 2012, I bought a race car. In 2013, I started.
And that's where the mistakes started.
That's where it went downhill from there.
Yeah, as we all say in racing, the money pit.
Mm-hmm. That car was definitely a money pit. It was a 97 Cavalier.
Ah, yeah.
And every single race, I finished on a flat tire.
Ugh.
Right front blue. Every time.
It's not a good pattern to have on a racetrack.
It's really not. It got expensive quick.
Yeah, at least tires are cheaper than it is a motor or a transmission.
Yep.
We've all been down that road enough times, I think.
Yeah. We'll get into that later when we talk about last year.
Exactly. So your first racetrack that you were on? Wiscasset. So you started off on tar.
Yep.
So how many years?
I think 2013 all the way to 17, I think it was.
Okay.
And I showed up to get her done one day and...
Yep. And pause it. About that, we had a little technical issue with the breaker popping, but we're back now. So, and you are not bad luck. This is not the God saying he shouldn't be here. But it makes for good quality content, so I'm not going to argue.
Right.
So 13 to 17, you were racing Wiscasset.
Yep.
And then you ended up at Get Her Done Raceway.
Yeah, a good buddy of mine, I call him Uncle Bobby, and he goes, go get a car, bring it up to the dirt, try this. So I did. I went out, bought an Enduro car. We went out. Third place, first time on the dirt.
That's a good day when you can pull a top 3 on your first try.
Yeah, I was ecstatic, and it was pretty much that. I was hooked on dirt from that on.
Yep.
And then when Unity had its downfall on pavement, and Chess is like, we got to go try the dirt. I'm like, okay, we're going.
So then you and Chess ended up at Unity to go test the dirt.
We did.
There's an interesting thing with you and Chess when it comes to racing.
So I'll backtrack just a little bit.
Oh, let's hear it.
I met Chess. Me and my buddy David Greenleaf took our Thunder 4 cars one day. We went up to Unity to try it. I went out to practice, lost the radiator out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
The damage was already done, but we were pitted next to Chess. It was the first time ever meeting the guy. He's like, I got a spare radiator in the back of my truck. It's for a Volkswagen. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to try it.
Hey, whatever.
And we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
He's been one of my best friends since. I mean, it all started with a radiator, and that's how he puts it when he talks about us.
And then you guys have been referenced as the married couple of the pit.
Yeah. He's my second wife at the racetrack.
Yeah.
We'll argue, yell at each other.
But in the end, you guys will sit there and help each other on your cars no matter what.
It doesn't matter. I could be red in the face with him, and I'll be over there wrenching on his car, and he'll be doing the same with me.
Yep.
So
it's always been hilarious to pit next to you guys and just listen to you go back and forth. Chess with a smile on his face while you're straight out pissed off with something that happened with the car.
Yep.
And it's just back and forth, and it's like you have your own comedy show going in the pits.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one race, he loaned me his second car when we were racing at Wiscasset, the Thunder 4s, and we were getting in the cars, and he goes, I hope you're ready to get beat and banged. I was like, it's your car. We spent, I don't know, 8-9 laps banging off of each other like the
Yeah.
Days of Thunder, just because it was his car and that's what he wanted to do. I think we might have horrified a few other people on the track.
Possibly.
Vanessa wasn't really happy with us, but we had fun.
Yep, and that's all that mattered. You know, have a little fun while you're out
Right.
there.
I mean, we were both fighting for last place, so why not beat and bang each other? I mean, he owned the car, so.
Yep. Hey, why not put a few more extra dents in it? You know, why not? So, leading up to before the 2024 season, 23. Where were you racing in 23?
I was like in between Wiscasset and Unity because they were just they weren't having the points.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was 23.
Yeah, 23. They weren't running the point system yet.
So I brought my hatchback. You saw that.
Yep.
I brought my hatchback up in 23, and string of bad luck. I went up, had motor trouble. I went home, switched the motor out, did this, did that, put it back together, came back up, took the lead.
Yep.
My steering wheel came off, and I wound up in the front stretch wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's when you have those rashes of bad luck, you think it would scar someone, but determination, you still end up back in that track because you got the addiction to be out there racing.
I'm probably one of the most bullheaded persons you will ever meet when it comes to racing, and my wife will tell you the same thing.
Uh-huh. I've watched you rip a hood off a race car.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Pissed off, want it fixed, get me on that track.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been.
I don't know if it's a bad habit, dedication, or what, but sometimes it gets in the way of some stuff. So
yeah, because I do remember I met Chess in 23 because I had my rookie season was Unity.
Yep.
That was the first time me ever being on the track. So Unity is my home track.
Yep.
I met Chess a couple times that year. He said he came up to try racing, and of course he ended up with some health issues, unfortunately. So I didn't get to see him that much. But then 24, I was late to the party because the same usual issues that I have, it's a motor issue.
Yep.
And like I've already said, the first motor in my car blew sky high the first month of racing it. Throw a backup motor in, run into problems, whatever.
Yep.
Build a new motor, and I had nothing but bad luck with my built motor all year.
Yep.
But I showed up late to the party, and you were just, about time you showed up. Like, okay, sorry, I'm a little bit late. I had some setbacks. I mean, at the same time, too, we were down a car.
Yep.
Derek wasn't racing at all. Spud wasn't racing at all. And I had Bam and Dom that were going to be racing at Get Her Done. Because we were trying to split up and, support both tracks. But I had the most amazing season. If I was having a bad day at the race, it didn't matter because I had you guys as the humor, comic relief going.
We try. You got to make racing fun. Otherwise, it'll eat you alive.
Exactly. If you can't have the humor, what's the point of it?
And Chess knows how riled up I get, so he just adds fuel to the fire, and I dish it right back, and then we're best friends again.
Yep, absolutely. Racing with you guys was awesome this year, and like I always told you guys, if I was starting like right in front of you and I knew my car was not hooking the track, because I was dealing with handling issues, I was dealing with motor issues, I'd come up right up to you guys and say, I'll hold it if you can get around me.
Yep.
I'm not. I
remember the race.
Yep. I did absolutely nothing to hold you guys back because I'm not that kind of racer.
Yep.
If you guys can get the jump and I already know that I'm not going to have a good start, it's like, hey, I'm giving you the heads up. I'll hold my line or I'll move over. Take it.
Yep.
And I had the front row seat to you guys playing your little bumper cars on that one race. The track was slopped out. Me and Chess talked about this. Now, we're going to hear it from your side of this. The race where the track was very muddy, it was slopped out. We all were having handling issues.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that was the day I had a mud ball that big come right through the side of my window and right into my helmet. I am following right behind you and Chess. And you guys are just driving, and all of a sudden it's bam, bam, and pop. And Chess just spins out, facing the opposite way, and I'm just trying to go around and I'm like, I don't want any part of this.
Yeah.
So how about you? How's your memory recall on that bump, bump, boom?
Well, it started in the pits when we were all talking and you said that you were going to get out of the way.
Yep.
And, of course, me and Chess, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's my car, his car, both his cars, both my cars. We're going to the front or we're gonna try.
Yep.
And friendship goes out the window once we put the helmets on.
Oh yeah.
It's, I mean, we leave it on the track for the most part. Sometimes not so much, but that's how racing goes. And yeah, that day it was just he couldn't get to the inside, and I couldn't get any traction on the outside, so we used each other's cars until he drew the short straw, and I blew one of his tires with. The funny story is that's his old car that I'm running.
Yeah.
And where it popped the tire is actually from an accident that he had that I'd never straightened the door out, so the door flap in the back is hooked out just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's where his tire hit.
Oh, okay. So
and he knew it because he came in and he goes, I remember that accident. That accident happened at Wiscasset.
Yep.
He goes, that was my own fault for banging on the side of the car.
And I just had front row seat, and I'm like, I don't want to get tangled into this, but you guys you went separate ways, and I'm just like, right up the middle, I'm just going to creep right past. I don't want any part of this. That was definitely one of the rougher days, and then I remember another race. I didn't make it out there because it was a downpour, and they still ran Unity. But your dedication, because I think it was you, Porter, and I think a couple other guys that showed up to that one race.
Yeah, it had rained all morning.
And you were in high points contention at that point.
Yeah, it was kind of a, well, what do we do?
Right.
I loaded the car up and went.
Yep. I ended up watching on YouTube from what clips they put up, and I was watching on my race pass to see the lineups and everything.
Yep.
And I don't know how you guys did it. I mean, I dealt with enough handling issues on my car, and I couldn't imagine trying to race on the track being that slicked out.
It was the worst driving I've ever. I mean, I don't even want to call it driving because I at one point had to stop. Couldn't see anything. I was covered in mud.
Mm-hmm.
My glasses were covered in mud. My visor, I couldn't get my visor clean. All my tear-offs were gone.
Yeah.
I drove the last 8 laps of the feature with no glasses on. Kind of doing the same thing that Chess explained, looking at the dirt mounds and turning.
Yep, counting your corners.
It's all you could do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you couldn't see anything. It was mud. It was. Yeah.
Visibility was completely out the window that night. I have full respect for you guys that went out there and did that, but I think I was either just getting over being sick, or I just don't want to stand out in the rain and become sick.
Yeah.
It's like it's not worth it. I already know my car is just going to be doing this on the track anyway, so it's like more power to them. You still ended up having a decent finish that night, though, I do believe.
I pulled a second place with a backup car.
Yep, there you go. So it still worked out for you because, again, that points contention, you guys all front running for first, second, and third.
Yeah, that was stressful throughout the year.
I mean, you were bouncing between second and third, I believe, at one point.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was bouncing back and forth. Me and Zach were taking for second and third, back and forth, and
then Porter.
Yeah.
So, between the three of you guys, it was the biggest shootout between the three of you all season.
Yep.
I mean, between battling your car issues back and forth and then everyone else having their issues, you never know how the race is going to go when it comes to dirt.
Yeah.
Dirt means nothing.
I actually went through 4 cars last year.
Yep.
4 different cars to get third place.
The dirt will definitely stress on a car because, every lap's not the same, and a lot of times you're pushing that car a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
And, again, like you said, going through 4 cars, you're going through different levels of strenuous on each one. Hence motors, trannies, all things like that.
Yep.
But, I mean, you got through the season, and as soon as it came down to that last race, congratulations. Third in points for the Fast Fours at Unity. That was an amazing victory for you, for everything that you went through.
That was huge for me. I mean, like I said, I started in 2013. My first podium was on dirt.
Yep.
Had a few podiums at Wiscasset, but they were kind of, I don't call them earned because there wasn't enough cars in the class and this and that and everything going on, but
it's difficult when you don't have the car counts. That's like with Get Her Done. When I started bringing my car over there to help them out, and I would race with them just to get some, get cars in that track or whatnot. And that was like my rookie year of Unity. It started out only 3-4 cars were showing up in the Fast Fours, and it's like, oh, it'd be nice to have more competition. And
Yeah.
I mean, at least last year we were having 10, sometimes 12 cars show up.
Yep.
And you get a good amount of cars showing up, and you have a good race.
If you've got 10 plus, you've got a race.
But if you've got 30 in the Warrior class, then you got a demo derby starting. That's one thing we can't argue on, is you don't know how that's ever going to go, because it's like they drop that flag, those guys are instant 4 wide.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw 6 wide last year at Unity a couple times, and it's like, how are they doing that?
They find every open spot, and meanwhile, you think we cringe when we're trying to go 3, almost 4 wide in the Fast Fours.
Yeah.
You watch the Warriors, and it's just, there's not an open spot going into that turn 1.
No, if there's a little piece of real estate, somebody's putting their car there.
Absolutely, and putting it into someone else's car, next thing you know, yellow flag's out.
Yeah.
How many times did we sit in a lineup and we're hearing caution out?
Oh.
It's like, again?
I think that might have been the worst. It was like, I'd unplug my receiver just so I didn't have to listen to it. It's like, no more cautions, caution flag. Oh, caution flag.
I remember one night in the lineup, it was caution after caution after caution. I'm watching guys get out of their cars. It's like, I'm going to use the bathroom. You got 5-6 guys going run out. And it's like, nope, I'm just staying in my car because it's a pain to get everything all strapped and cinched back in and whatnot. And it's like, nope, I'll just hold it. It's fine, because I know when we get on the track, 2, maybe 3 cautions in the Fast Fours, depending how it goes.
Yep.
I mean, we've had so many clean races, and I've raced with a lot of great guys. You, Chess, Ed Mills, Zach Audette, Jason Porter.
Yeah.
Raced with a bunch of great guys. I know I'm not the most experienced. I've come into this. I'm going into my 3rd year now. You know, I'm still building my experience, but I'm not out there to hate on anyone. I'm not out there to cause a bad race. I just want to go out and have fun with all you guys, and it's always been a thrill.
It is. Last year was my favorite by far.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had the most fun. It didn't matter if I came in the podium. That's great. It's awesome to do that, but just be up there with a group of guys that like to race.
Absolutely, yes. So looking forward now, I mean, so we got past our 24 season. We got through the Long John. At least my Long John, I didn't end on my side this time like my rookie year. But unfortunately, I did not have a good Long John race this year.
Yeah.
But looking ahead, we got 2025 coming up. So what's it looking like for Grover Racing this year for 2025? What are any plans that you want to release?
Well, we're slowly building a Pro 4 for this year. I'm hoping to show up this year, race a couple of races, get the car figured out and stuff. And I might bring the black car up just to hurt some feelings, because that's pretty much that car's name, is Hurt Feelings.
Oh, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Believe it or not, I had no intentions of running Unity in 24.
Oh, really?
Chess had the car. He went to a Roadrunner race. I think it was practice. It was like the last open practice or the first race.
Yeah.
And he blew a head gasket.
Ouch.
He got out of the car and goes, "You want to buy it?" Yeah, bring it over to the house, because I'm 5 minutes from the track. I was like, "Drop it off. I'll give you the money."
There you go.
And I put a head gasket in it, and you see how 2024 went.
Oh, yeah. Went really good.
Yeah, it did.
So you got a plan for Unity.
I do.
And hopefully we'll see you maybe for a couple races that get her done.
I'm going to try, yeah.
They will be racing every Sunday. They're on Facebook, Get Her Done 2025. We'd love to see you out there and run that short track again.
Yeah, I'd love to come up and race that track.
Oh, well, we do hope to see you there. So, would you like to give any shout-outs to past or current sponsors that have helped you?
Well, I haven't had luck with sponsors, except for my parents and my wife.
They're always your biggest sponsors, though, when
it
comes to family.
Yeah. So, if anybody sees this and wants to sponsor...
We're all race teams and drivers. We are definitely all open to sponsorships.
Right? We don't say no.
No.
If
anyone would like to sponsor Grover Racing, you can find him on Facebook, Grover Racing.
Yep.
BEM Team Racing and CVC is on Facebook. If you'd like to sponsor some of our drivers, always welcome. We have plenty of real estate, just like this guy does.
Yeah.
So if anyone ever wants to help, you can reach out to us on our Facebook pages. You don't have a YouTube, do you?
No.
No.
I'm not tech savvy enough for that.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. This is where I'm at.
Right. Hey.
Got to start somewhere.
That's right.
Because BEM Team Racing on YouTube, as you guys watch these videos, we got race content coming this year from Get Her Done Raceway. We'll still have Off the Dirt because there's going to be a sit-down where I'm going to have James and Chess, both.
The race wives are going to be in here.
The race wives will be behind this table, and we're definitely going to be having a good sit-down with some stories between these guys because they have some stories to tell from the race history that they have. These guys could go on for hours.
Yep.
There might be some bickering about who was right and who was wrong, but that's yet to be seen.
We'll just put it as I'm right and Chess is wrong.
Okay. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm keeping that one in there because you guys get to take that one up. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube, BEM Team Racing. Follow us on Facebook, BEM Team Racing and CVC. Give Grover Racing a like and follow on Facebook as well. This guy needs some support. Let's see him go through Unity and take another podium position this year in points. I'd love to see it.
That would be great.
And I can't wait to have you back here for another episode.
Yep.
And I do appreciate you for coming out today.
We get a little further along on the car, and we might even show some.
Oh, hey, I'm down for that. That sounds pretty good. All right, guys, until the next episode, we'll catch you next time.